What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. In particular, how good is he? Okay, now before I get into that, if you're into boxing, and I know you are, subscribe to the channel and we'll have some good conversations about all things involving the great sport of boxing. So, I wanted to get into the record of Tyson Fury. Okay, he's been professional since 2008. He currently has a record of 33 wins, no losses, one draw with 24 KOs. Okay, so if we go all the way back 10 years, which will give us a good look at Tyson Fury's record once he had established himself, as a legitimate heavyweight prospect. Okay, he had been pro for 5 years. So if we go back to April of 2013, he defeated Steve Cunningham in New York. Okay, so at this time, Steve Cunningham was pretty much a cruiserweight, moving up against a much bigger guy in Tyson Fury. Okay, and Fury got dropped in that fight, but he came back and got the win. So after that, he got a win against Joey Abel. Okay, who's a fringe type guy. He got a win over Derek Chisora, who's gone on to have a pretty good career. He's shown himself to be a pretty tough, durable guy. Now, at the time in 2014, he was more or less considered a domestic level fighter in the UK. 2015, he fought Christian Hammer and got the win. Now, Christian Hammer, I mean, I guess at best is a journeyman. And then, of course, the big one in November 2015, Tyson Fury smoked Vladimir Klitschko, okay, ending the long reign at the top of the heavyweight division by Mr. Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, it was a really one-sided performance. It wasn't a great fight to watch per se. It wasn't the most action-packed fight, but Tyson Fury went in there and did what very few people predicted would happen, and he defeated the man of the heavyweight division. Okay, so huge win. I mean, even though it certainly wasn't a prime Vladimir Klitschko, he was obviously at the end of his career, but still, great win. And then Tyson Fury went completely off the rails. Um, he was using a lot of different substances. He gained about 100 and something pounds. Okay, and a lot of people were thinking that he might never fight again after that. Okay, but finally, after not fighting in 2016, after not fighting in 2017, he comes back in June of 2018 with a couple of stay busy fights and fights to reacclimate himself to professional boxing, really. And one was against Sefer Safari, and one was against Francesco Pianetta. Okay, and he did what he had to do against those guys, but I mean those guys are not high level opponents. Okay, and then in December of 2018, he takes on Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and in a fight that many people watching thought Tyson Fury won, it ended up being a draw. Fury famously was knocked down and seemed to be out, but got up and recovered and went on to finish the fight. Okay, but like I said, a lot of people thought he won that fight. It turned out to be a draw. Not the worst decision I've seen. I mean, especially with Fury being down twice in that fight. Everybody was looking forward to the rematch. Okay, now after the first Deontay Wilder fight, we did not get an immediate rematch. Tyson Fury came back in June of 2019 and fought a domestic level guy out of Germany named Tom Schwartz and took care of him in short order. And then in September of 2019, he fought Otto Wallin. And it was a tough fight for Tyson Fury. Okay. We can see here Fury required 47 stitches to a cut above the right eye. Um, a lot of people thought that fight was going to be stopped, but it wasn't because it was Tyson Fury. Okay. But it was a tough fight, but he got the win against a guy, Otto Wallen, who's a tough, durable guy, but I don't even think he was in the top 10 at that point. Okay. Then in February of 2020, we finally got the rematch with Deontay Wilder, and Fury stopped Deontay Wilder. Didn't leave it up to the judges this time. Okay. Then in October of 2021, we got the Deontay Wilder trilogy. Okay. And again, Fury stopped Deontay Wilder. Okay. And since that time, in the last 2 years, Tyson Fury's fought exactly 2 times. Both fights coming in 2022. And one was a knockout victory against Dillian Whyte, and one was a stoppage victory over Derek Chisora. Okay. Now, Dillian Whyte was a legit top 10 opponent at the time. I don't know that a lot of people were clamoring to see him fight Dillian Whyte, but still, decent fight. And then against Derek Chisora, I mean, not sure why he took that fight. I mean, there wasn't anybody that wanted to see Tyson Fury fight Derek Chisora, but there we were. And where does Tyson Fury stand now? Well, in about a month's time, in October, in Saudi Arabia, he has a fight against a guy who's never even boxed at the amateur level. Okay, making his professional debut against one of the top heavyweights in the world. So this fight does nothing for Tyson Fury's legacy, and it does nothing to advance the heavyweight division. It does nothing to help shape the top of the heavyweight division. Okay. Obviously, the fight boxing fans want to see is Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk. Okay. And at the very least, if not that, Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua, or Tyson Fury against Andy Ruiz, or any number of other guys. But at least guys that are, I don't know, ranked in the top 15 in the division. Okay. Now, Tyson Fury has said that he doesn't care about undisputed. He doesn't care about unifying belts. And that's his prerogative. He's certainly allowed to have that attitude, but you also can't enhance your legacy at the same time. Okay. So he can be that way, but he's not doing anything at this point to help his standing in the heavyweight division all time. Okay. I've seen some boxing pundits say, oh, Tyson Fury is an all-time great and this and that. And, going through his record here, I don't see it. I really don't see it at this point. Now, Tyson Fury is 35 years old. He certainly could have several more, I guess you could call them prime years ahead of him. Especially at the heavyweight division and the style of fighter that he is. But he needs to get in the ring. I mean, he's not going to have an actual legitimate fight at all this year in 2023. And then what is he going to do after that? Well, that remains to be seen. Obviously, we'd all love to see him get in the ring with Usyk or Joshua, or any of a number of other guys that are at least in the top 10 or 15 in the professional boxing ranks. So I just wanted to put this out there. I mean, I'm pretty indifferent to Tyson Fury. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a hater. I try to call it like I see it. But I hadn't seen a lot of people actually go through his record. I just hear all this stuff about him being an all-time great and this and that. And yeah, his win against Klitschko, really good, because a lot of people at the time were not picking Tyson Fury to win that fight. And he had a couple wins over Deontay Wilder, and he has a win over um, Dillian White. But I mean, outside of those, he doesn't really have a deep resume. Now, I hope he changes that, and I hope he gets active next year and for several years following that, so we can see what Tyson Fury really is made of going forward. So, anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. That's what I think. Now, let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.